Hello everyone, this is an American English Academy video, and today we're going to be looking at adverbs of frequency. Remember, I'm your teacher Kenneth Varela, and that you could always find us at our webpage, YouTube channel, and Facebook. Adverbs of frequency. We're going to take a look at a small conversation between these two guys, and the first one says, I got an F again, which means he got a very bad grade. And the other one replies, I got an A plus, which is 100% of a grade. You got an A plus again? How do you do it? So the other guy answers, and here is where he starts using adverbs of frequency. Well, I always do my homework, and I often ask the teacher for help. Always and often are adverbs of frequency. Well, I'm usually late for class, and I never do my homework. Usually and never are others adverbs of frequency. Maybe I need to try your study habits. And here's how we use the adverbs of frequency, and look at what we have. Always, which means 100% of the times. Usually, which is going to be about 75% of the times. Often, some kind of 60% of the times. Sometimes, 50% of the times. Rarely, let's say it's between 30–40% of the times. And we have never, which means 0% of the times. This is the way we think about adverbs of frequency. I want you to pay close attention to this. Look at what we have. Adverbs of frequency. The adverbs of frequency come after the verb be. They always come after the verb be. As you can see here in the example, it says, she is sometimes late. The verb be is the word is, and then we have the adverb of frequency, sometimes. The students are never bored. Are is the verb be, and right after we have the adverb of frequency. Adverbs of frequency usually come before other verbs. We're talking about action verbs in this case. And we say, she often checks her answers. Look, that often is right before the word checks, which is the main verb. He usually pays attention in class. Pays is the verb, and before it we have the word usually. Okay, we have some exceptions to this rule. For example, the word usually and sometimes can come in different places. They could come at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. For example, we can say, the dog eats his homework sometimes, or sometimes the dog eats his homework. Either way is correct with the word sometimes. Remember, this is only for usually and sometimes. The dog sometimes eats his homework. So we could have it in these three particular places. Okay, I want you to pay close attention to what we have here. We have questions with the word ever, which is also an adverb frequency. We use ever in yes or no questions. Ever means at any time. So it says, are this test ever easy? Does he ever get an A? Okay. Now, when you answer questions with ever, do not use the word ever in the question. Here we have the first question, says, do you ever come on time? So if you say, yes, I ever come on time, this would be incorrect. You say, I always come on time. You have to use a different adverb frequency. Do not repeat the word ever in your answer. I never come late would be another way to do it. Now, we also have questions with how often. How often means how frequently you do something. Use how often to talk about frequency. How often do you study with your partner? I rarely study with my partner. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you back again in another American English Academy video.